Share your riches with the poor before they share their poverty with you. Share your riches with the poor before they share their poverty with you. This is a profound statement by the lyrical giant, Joseph Hill of culture fame. In this world that we are, everybody has something to offer this world. Everyone has something that he or she can share. So if you have money and you don't share with the poor man has poverty and will love to share his poverty with you. This is a word to the wise. In a country, in a society where people are amassing wealth, where people are using all means possible to enrich themselves, whilst the masses are left impoverished, there is the fear of the poor one day rising up to share their poverty with the rich. You have the properties. There's an Akan adage that says that the man who doesn't have anything to lose is a very dangerous person for you to have a confrontation with. So please, let's all make sure that we give a helping hand to the needy and we make this world a better place. Welcome, Empire Media. We are live on all social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, name it. Search for Blakk Empire Media. Blakk, Blakk Empire Media. Subscribe to our page, like, click on the button, follow us, share, and comment. We will read your comments right on this show. Remember that we are ably sponsored by Tap Tap Send. Tap Tap Send. Tap Tap Send is the most reliable and convenient way you can send money to your loved ones. So no matter where you find yourself under this earth or under this sun on this earth, please just make sure that you get the Tap Tap Send app. At the convenience, your own convenience, you can send any amount of money to your loved ones. If you are in Canada, Australia, England, Germany, wherever you are on this planet, you can send money and you are assured that the money will reach the exact pocket you intend. And the charges are very, 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 very affordable. It's the most affordable way you can send remittances. So remember that if you have to send it and send it right, send it through Tap Tap Send with the promo code Blakk RASTA. Promo code Blakk RASTA. BLAKKRASTA. Blakk RASTA. That's the promo code that you have to use, and you are going to be glad that you send money through Tap Tap Send. Welcome once again. This is the most authoritative and the most patriotic, unbiased TV show that speaks truth to power, that empowers the youth of Africa. Blakk Pot. The Blakk Pot. The Blakk Pot. The Blakk Pot. AKA Kukushunimu. My name is Lord Asariba Thunder. I'm sitting in for a regular host, Blakk RASTA. So welcome on board and let's begin the journey to empowerment. Now, to our first story, disaster management in Ghana. Disaster management in Ghana. As humans as we are, the things that we do, in a way, comes back at us to affect us. So there are certain things that happen to us that we don't expect or we don't anticipate, yet they occur to us. One of them is disaster. And we can have an artificial disaster, and we can also have a natural disaster. Disaster is simply that which you do not wish for, but it happens to you and it comes to destroy things. Disasters are meant to destroy. Now, in our country, Ghana here, we have an agency called NADMO. NADMO is the body that has been empowered by the laws of our country to ensure disaster management, natural disaster. So, National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, is to ensure that they manage disasters in Ghana. A common disaster that we can quickly mention when we talk about Ghana and disasters, that the one that comes to mind right away are floods. Floods. Anytime it rains, we experience flooding. Just some few days ago, it rained for about 3 hours, and the whole city was engulfed in flood disaster. So, disasters are things we do not desire, but they occur anyway. Therefore, we need to plan for them. We need to anticipate. And in anticipation, there are things that we need to do. So disasters come, we need to respond. So in Ghana here, we have the emergency response, the institutions that respond to disasters in Ghana. We have the fire service, we have the ambulance, we have the police service, we have the Ghana Armed Forces, we have the NADMO, and these agencies or these institutions are there to respond to disasters. And they are also there to also ensure that people are kept safe and also prevent disasters from even occurring. But how resourced are these institutions to, respond appropriately and efficiently to disasters? It is a common knowledge in Ghana here that our institutions are under-resourced. Just today, the NADMO coordinator, the NADMO director, was just telling us that they are not in the position to support all the people that have been affected by the flood. Why? Because they lack the adequate funds and resources. It's a pity. But upon all these, the best way we can respond to disaster is first of all preventing it and knowing what to do. The knowledge that you have is very important. So if you happen to the other day I was at the mercy of the rain. In fact, it was raining heavily, and where I took refuge, I realized that there were trees and billboards there. So immediately I told the people around there that, guys, where we are is not a safe place. So let's move to a safer place. The moment I finished talking, the branches started dropping. And you could hear the screws loosening. We've had instances of, billboards collapsing on innocent people, paralyzing them. So when such occurrences take place, what do you have to do? And this is what we call education. The level of education in terms of safety, social safety, in terms of, response to emergency is very, very bad. I saw a very worrying video of some ladies whose house had been flooded and they were in the flood pounding fufu. And they looked unperturbed, unconcerned. See, smiling, pounding fufu. I'm sure in their mind they are saying that, oh, something must definitely kill a man. This one, the woman. Something must definitely kill a woman. Even if you die, we will do justice to this fufu before we will die. But in as much as it might appear funny, what they did is very, very dangerous. All of us can attest to the fact that the water in which they are standing and preparing the food is very, very, very contaminated. These are from the gutters, the streets, it contains, excreta, a whole lot of stuff. And these ladies are happy eating. See the environment. So there are certain things we need not, okay? There are certain things we need not to even, entertain in any way. It doesn't make sense. Now, there's water, and 2, there's electricity in the house. And you know that electricity and water, they don't agree. What if there's a naked wire somewhere and you get electrocuted? So we should not joke with our safety. That's why we say safety first, safety first, safety first, safety first. There are some people, they can see clearly that the place is flooded. They can see clearly. Vehicles are stuck. Nobody's going. And they want to be foolishly bold. They want to cross. The next moment, they are being carried away in their vehicle. We need to educate ourselves on how to handle disaster situations. Some of the floodwaters will drag along the reptiles or snakes. Oh, it's not hygienic. It's never done. You have to exit the place and move to a higher ground. For your safety, safety first. If you don't eat the whole of that night, you will not die. The 200 cedis you spent on buying the ingredients to come and prepare the fufu, if it goes waste, you have not lost anything. Your life is the most important, but yet you are there pounding fufu. This is something that nobody should emulate. Now, by way of information, you have to know the emergency numbers to call. You don't even know that if a stray animal, let's say you find a crocodile on your compound, if you find a python on your compound, in your room, you don't know who to call. But this is one of the jobs of the Ghana National Fire Service. Search and rescue. They do that. So if you find a python, a snake, any wild animal in your house, you call them. And the number you call is 192. 192. That is Ghana National Fire Service. 192. No prank calls. Those of you who engage in prank calls, you are doing a great disservice. You are doing a great disservice to your country. If you want to call the police, it's 191. If you want to call NADMO is 0299 350030. And then the general emergency, response number. So if you want to call the National Emergency Response Center, that one too is 112. 112. 112. And the ambulance service too is 193. If you come to if you come across an accident scene, a lot of us will call the police first. But the first point of call is the Ghana National Fire Service. You call them because the car, the automobile, is highly inflammable. It's combustible. It can explode. There can be explosion. So you call Ghana National Fire Service and they will call ambulance and police will come and then they will come to the scene. If you get stuck in an open gutter, you call 192. The fire service will come. But these institutions are very, 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 very limited in terms of resources. The resources they need, they are not getting it. The nearest fire station to your area, you just check. You just check. So sometimes you call a fire service, you call them, and it took them 10 years to appear. The fire tenders are not even enough. Fire engines are not enough. So please be careful. You are first of all responsible for your own safety. Your safety first. In everything, your safety first. So train your children. Let them know the drills. The moment you hear, the moment you hear a strange sound, a suspicious sound, you know the number to call. You call the police, 191. If you smell gas, if you see a spark of fire, before you even attempt to quench that fire, call the fire service before it escalates. If it gets out of hand before you call them, there will be disaster. As we put up buildings, okay, let's always have the exit plan, the exit, the entry, the exit. It is very, very, very important. But unfortunately, people have rented single rooms and they have used the porch as the kitchen. And the porch is also the entrance into the room. So if there's fire in that kitchen or that porch kitchen, where are you going to pass to exit? All these things are not safe. So we should be careful how we plan. Nowadays, we build our rooms like prisons. You put burglar proofs all over the place because of thieves. And when there is disaster, when there is fire, you find it difficult to escape. Let's be mindful of our safety. Safety first. We will put this one here. We'll come back to it another day because the rains have just started. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we move into our next story. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushu.
Blakk Pot.
Welcome back. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushu. This is where we speak truth to power. The truth can be bitter, but the bitter, the better. To our next story. $2 million ACCRA SkyTrain SAGA Prof. AMEYAW-AKUMFI rushed to hospital before court. Who is Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI? Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI. Who is he? Christopher. Professor Christopher AMEYAW-AKUMFI is that man on your screen. He used to be a minister under the SY ACCRA's regime. He was the Minister for Education, an astute academic. He has been at the fore of Ghana's democratic experimentation. So for him to be a minister of education, for him to be a professor teaching the next generation of leaders, is a noble call and is something worth commending. He was given a responsibility under the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And they were supposed to ensure that we have rapid movement of goods and services, especially in our urban centers. So they proposed a project called the Sky Train Project. So Sky Train. So see the train. This one, no traffic, no interruption. This is a train, as someone said, train aeroplane. Train aeroplane. So it's an aerotrain. This is an aerotrain for you. Let's read the story. Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI. So Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI is being prosecuted for causing financial loss to the state to the tune of $2 million. Let's move on. Professor Christopher AMEYAW-AKUMFI, a former board chairperson of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, GIF, over the ongoing $2 million Accra Sky Train case, was reportedly rushed to the hospital on Tuesday, May 20, 2025. During court proceedings on Tuesday, Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI, who was absent on medical grounds when the state filed charges against him and his co-accused Solomon Asamoah, the former chief executive officer of GIF, on May 13, 2025, was again absent. According to a report by graphic.com.gh, his lawyer, Dick Aaron Sasu, explained to the court that his client was absent because he was rushed to the hospital early on Tuesday. The lawyer therefore asked the court to adjourn the case. He told the court that his client would be released by Monday. The court accepted his plea, and the case was adjourned to Monday, May 26, 2025. Meanwhile, Solomon Asamoah, who together with Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI has been accused of causing financial loss of $2 million in the SkyTrain project, is still in the custody of the security authorities, having failed to meet his bail conditions. Thank you. So, they promised that they were going to construct a SkyTrain project to ease the burden on commuters who have to deal with the hectic traffic situation in our urban centers. It was a laudable idea, welcomed by all, but it never saw the light of day. Yet, some amount of money, $2 million, was wasted on the project that never happened, just like the National Cathedral. And Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI, who was the board chairperson for GIF, and another man who was the CEO for GIF, are standing trial for their role in this financial loss to the state. It's a pity that a country that runs around begging for money, begging for aid, a country that begs for money to embark on developmental projects, will go and beg for loans that are tied to very serious conditions, conditionalities that are inimical to the development of Ghana. They will go and contract those loans and come and use the money for their selfish gains, their selfish interest. And generations will be burdened with the debt. Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI is about 80 years old, the senior man. And for him to, have such a dent on his reputation is something that is of worry to some of us, because Professor AMEYAW-AKUMFI has really done well in terms of his academic, pursuit. So for him to be standing trial at this time, that he should have been free man, thinking of how to meet his maker and make it to heaven, he is now being, troubled with court movement here and there. At 80 years, he has eaten a lot of salt, So 80 is not a joke. So at his age, he needs not to go through such stress. But sometimes we allow ourselves to be put in such situations. So we wish him speedy recovery, and we hope that by Monday he will be in court to defend himself. And anyone who has also engaged in causing financial loss to the state should be found culpable. Let's check the 1960 newspaper. 1960 newspaper. As far back as 1960, Ghana was thinking of a rapid train. Because, development comes with accessibility, with mobility. The more people are able to move freely and swiftly, the more they are able, to engage in commerce. They are able to engage in activities that will bring revenue, productivity to the economy. So this newspaper here is a 1960 newspaper. And if you check the stories there, one, you see there's a story about Pope. Pope calls for peace. And around this time, we have a new Pope, right? History has a way of repeating itself. And then you see fast train services planned. Fast train services planned. So we have planned to have fast trains since 1960. But what has happened when it comes to our railway transport system? Meanwhile, it is the best way. It is the most convenient and economical way for people to move and move swiftly. You can live in Kumasi and work in Accra. You can live in Accra and go to work in Sudan on train. And you get there fast. Someone will spend 2 to 3 hours in Accra traffic. Someone moving from Kaswa to Tema is likely to spend about 2 hours from Kaswa to Tema. Meanwhile, someone is spending the same amount of time, 2 hours, on train to travel as far distance, like 250 kilometers away, 300 kilometers away, to go and work and make money. That is how countries develop. But here we are. We are always doing lip service. We are always finding ways and means to enrich ourselves while the country suffers. It is long overdue. We should have the railway system working. We can move food. A lot of food, post-harvest losses. Food are getting rotten. They are going bad on the farms. And farmers are crying. They are crying over their losses because they have produced, they have harvested, and they are not getting ways and means to transport their foodstuff to the market. They are not having access to the market because of poor roads. But if you have the railway system, if the trains are working, food will be cheaper. Labor will be mobile. You can live in Kumasi and work in Balgatanga. You go to work every day and come back and you are okay, you are cool. But here we are, enduring the hectic traffic in our urban cities. If trains are working, we will not have this population density. The place is choked. The Accra is choked to the extent that people are building in places they are not supposed to build. There are places that are supposed to be farm areas to feed the urban center, with the urban farm, the peripherals. Not long ago, Kaswa used to be a place that we were having farms there, growing pineapples, rice, and all. But now you don't have the farms there anymore. People have moved to settle there. And one thing with development is that the more people move further, the more people move away from the urban center, okay, where you already have the amenities, they will demand for roads to be connected, to be constructed to where they are living now. So now you need more money to construct more roads. When people go and stay at a place, they will be calling on the government to provide a school, provide other social amenities, water, electricity. Meanwhile, we can grow vertically. You grow up vertically. So, for example, La Paz alone, if you plan well, La Paz alone should be able to accommodate even the whole Accra. You are building high-rise buildings. That is how we think. That's how we plan. That is how development planning is done. People are going to places to build, and they are not demanding for social amenities. They are not demanding for, a whole lot, for roads. It's about time. It's about time we let the love of the country consume us. It's about time we put our selfish interests aside as a people and be honest and patriotic. A country that honesty is a scarce commodity. Since 1960, we have been planning to have a rapid train system. How many years now? From 1960 to now. Over 60 years, 65 years. We have not been able to do that. Oh. All right, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushewnimu. This is where we speak truth to power. We welcome your comments. Your opinions are very, very important to us. So let them come. Go to our comment section, put your comment there, we'll read them. If you want to do business with us, call us on 02444 99461. 02444 99461. This is Black Empire Media. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we give you more.
Blakk Pot,
Welcome back. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushewnimu. This is where we speak the naked truth to power. It is important that someone must take this responsibility, and we have taken it upon ourselves to ensure that we whip our leaders into line. We get them to do the right thing. It is right and proper to always do the right thing. All right, so we'll be reading your comments as they come in, so keep them coming. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, good evening, Mr. Tender. I'm watching you live from Abakala Pass inside Big Dream Herbal Shop. Keep the fire blazing all the time. More strength, Rastafari. Zion Genesis says, say it loud. We are saying it loud. Sufyan Suleimana, watching you live from Baltimore. Wayo Mohammed Banzia, the first, monitoring live. Raw me, brethren, come here. You think, say you the wise? Run the story, my youth. Keep speaking truth to power. Dash. Wayo sign MC Scorpion inside Ashama. All right, so get us talking. Let's keep talking. Get engaged with us. Let them come. We will read them as they come in. We go into our test story, but let me remind you that tap send is the best way to send money to your friends anywhere in the world that you may find yourself. Tap send is very convenient. It is also affordable. Our test story, and this is going to be our final story for today's edition of Blackpot. Age fraud and socio-economic development. Age fraud. Age fraud. It's serious. It's serious. They say age is just a number, right? But age is not just a number. Age is a number. But age is not just a number. At a certain age in the life of a child, the child is expected to do certain things. So at a certain age, you want the baby to be able to sit up. At a certain age, you want the baby to be able to crawl. At a certain age, you expect that the baby will be able to trot. At a certain age, you want the baby to walk. At a certain age, you expect the baby to be able to talk. At a certain age, you expect the child to be able to reason, to be rational. So age comes with responsibilities. Age comes with expectations. So age is not just a number. Age must reflect in a person's abilities, capabilities, character, and understanding of the world. That is why age is not just a number. Seriously, if you meet about 10 Ghanaians and you ask them their ages, at best, you have 3 of them being blatant, being frank, being truthful with their age. You ask a Ghanaian, how old are you? He say, oh, I am in my early 30s. I am in my late 30s. What is late 30s or early 50s age? It's not an age. It's not the age that you need to mention. How old are you? I am 43 years. I am 16 years. I am 24 years. I will be 18 in September. Your age. But people find it difficult to mention their age. It is one of the tests of integrity. Not that you don't want people to know your age. No. It's because you want to hide something. That is why you find it difficult to mention your age. Age is not just a number. And in our civil service, in our public service, we have people, reduce their ages in order to stay on the job and work for extra 10 years. So someone who is 40 will say he's 30 years in order to, work for extra 10 years. You are like a thief. Age fraud is fraud. Age fraud is stealing, is theft. And this is something that has really affected our football. And one of Ghana's finest footballers made a confession. Charles Asampong Banye Taylor. Charles the terrible terror Taylor. The Prince Charles. The Prince Charles. The man who brought both sad and happy moments in our homes. Oh, Chastela couldn't score. Oh, Chastela scored. Chastela, you do all. Chastela is one of Ghana's footballers. He played for House of Folk, he played for Kotoko, and then he played for the national team as well. Charles Asampon Taylor. What is he saying? I was 20 years old while playing for under-17 team. Ghana legend Charles Taylor confesses. His confession comes in the wake of the Blakk satellites' early exit from the ongoing Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON tournament, sparking renewed conversations about age fraud in Ghanaian football. Speaking in an interview with Accra-based Angel TV, the former House of Folk and Asante Kotoko star explained that the absence of strict age verification systems at the time allowed many overage players, including himself, to represent junior national teams. If you pick players with original under 15 years to play, they cannot even kick a ball. Although we have set teams, I doubt their ages. I also played for the national under 17 team, but I was older than that age. Those who played on the team were 5 or more years older, Taylor said. He emphasized the need for, okay, you hold on, let's hold it here. Now, so Charles Taylor has confessed to something that we already knew. He says he was 20 years whilst he was playing for the under-17. So he comes to another paragraph and he talks about under-15, those who are 15 years. Proper age, their real age is 15. Those guys cannot do better. I beg to differ. Age is not just a number. We've had boys who are playing with their original age, their true age, and they are doing well. As teenagers, as minors, they are playing high-level, top professional football. Or are we saying that as for the whites, as for the Europeans, the Americans, as for the British, as for the Scottish, as for Belgium, Netherlands, those countries, people can play football with their real age. But in Ghana, people cannot play football with their real age because they have green blood and we have red blood. Is it not so? We are all humans. We are all humans. And football is the same leather, round leather. It's the same foot that we are using to play the soccer, the football. So why can the child over there play, but the one in Ghana cannot? Barcelona, currently, the talisman of the team is that 17 years old boy. That's him. Jamal, right? Lamine. That's him. He's 17 years, but he's playing top football, playing one of the toughest leagues in the world. He played against the rest of Europe and he excelled. That is him. With his rare age. And want to tell me that a Ghanaian child cannot? It is about creating the enabling environment. It's about, identifying their talent and developing them. Talent identification and development. But here we are. In our communities, we don't even have football fields. We don't have parks where people can play, where boys can play football. Growing up, all those places that we could play football. Now, they have built churches, they have built markets, they have built this, they have built that. They have turned them into stores. That's what is happening. So the kids are not even having access to the playing field to play football. So how can you develop talent? So it's not about the age. It's about the environment. It's about the plan. Who is Jordan Ayew? Is Jordan Ayew not a Ghanaian? That's him, Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew is playing football with his real age because he was given birth to, he was born outside the country where people are loyal, people are honest with their age. Is he not playing? He is playing, he's excelling. One of the best Ghanaian footballers ever, Jordan Ayew. The same with Dede Ayew, the same with Idaki Williams, the same with Nicole Williams. That's Nico Williams. This young boy, at his age, is playing top flight football. Is he not a Ghanaian? He's a Ghanaian, no? He's a Ghanaian. The parents are Ghanaians. But because of the environment, the enabling environment in Spain, he has been able to develop his talent at a tender age and is excelling in his field of endeavor. So it's not about the age. The same thing with Edin Ketia. Edin Ketia has a Ghanaian parent. And he's playing top flight football. Just last weekend, he won the FA with Crystal Palace. At a very tender age, Edin Ketia was playing for Arsenal. And he's still a young man. He's playing football, he's doing well. So there's nothing better in cheating. Whether you are doing age cheating or you are cheating in a relationship. Let's create the enabling environment. Let's produce talent. The under 20 didn't excel. Our teams are not playing better football because they don't even access to better football facilities. Now, the entire country decided to name a sports center. To name it after one of the country's biggest experts in sports. One of the country's biggest icon, Azumah Nelson. We have the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex, where youth are to have access to facilities, football and other sporting facilities to develop their talent. I don't know if that place still houses the National Youth Authority. And the place has been left to, deteriorate. The boss of the National Sports Authority, ACCRA, went to the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex. And the place has become a forest. The place has become a forest. See, you see the stands where the spectators are to sit and watch football. See, we allow this edifice to rot, and we want to excel in football. And we say they can't play with their real age. They can. But see, mismanagement. Because it is for the state, so we can handle it anyhow. We can allow it to rot. A forest in the city. This place is not in the outskirts of Accra. The Azumah Nelson Sports Complex is in Kaneshi Hill. Not Kaneshi, here no. Here no, the industrial area, not Kaneshi. Okay. That's where the sports complex is. And it has become a forest like this. And you expect your athletes, you expect your footballers to excel. We should have sports development centers in every district, at least every district. Or better still, every suburb, every area. So you have it. So that we can grow talent. Tennis, basketball. It's not always about football. So if you don't have enough space to construct a football park, you can have the space to construct a basketball court. You can have the space to construct a place where they can play badminton. You can, a boxing gym in Accra here. If you move outside Accra, it is difficult for you to learn boxing. Hockey. That is how we develop talent. Investment. And the little investment that you have, you manage them well. Age fraud does not help at all. Recently, the man in charge of fair wages and whatever has suggested that the pension age should be, for public servants, should be extended to 65. Now, currently, it's 60 years. I disagree with him. People should even be able to proceed on early pension. You have gathered experience, 20 years, 30 years in the field. You should be able to move to private practice and let the youth, those coming up, let them get employment. If my father, who is 60, is still working, and my brother, who is 24 and has completed university, is not getting employment, is that the kind of life you want? Is that kind of economy you want to have? Let's create more opportunities. Create more opportunities so that people can access. You see, so the guy who is 24 is not getting a job. 30, no job. 40, no job. 45, no job. He gets a job at 47. And he sees that, no, by 13 years, I'll be proceeding on pension. I'll go on retirement in 13 years' time. By that time, I'm not sure I'll have money to even buy a parcel of land. So at least I need like 20 years to work and amass enough wealth so that I can put up something. Then the person will reduce the age from 47 and say, I'm 37. That's it. Because by the time you get the opportunity, if the opportunity is there, why won't you access it early and exit early? Early pension. You see them, they travel from Europe to Africa. They come and have nice time, 55 years. He has gone on pension and is enjoying life. Sometimes, too, I don't blame those who are afraid to go on pension. You are going on pension. You are still thinking of how to pay rent. You are going on pension and you still have to pay school fees. You are going on pension and you don't know how to take care of your medical bills. You are going on pension and you are scared because a lot of people have come to pension. They come on pension and 2 years they die. Our pension scheme is bad. Senate is not helping. And it's not helping because, the powers that be, those who are supposed to make it work, they are not taking pension. No. They are taking ex gratia. Works for 4 years, works for 3 years as a minister, as an MP, as a this and that, and leaves office with fat, huge sum of money. That the one who has been in a classroom teaching for 30 years will not get even 20% of that amount. That is why people are afraid to go on pension. You go on pension, no, you are going to die quick. Let's make things better. Let's get the pension scheme better. Let's create opportunities so that people will have opportunity early in life to work. It's so frustrating. You complete school and you're not getting a job. So frustrating. So frustrating. So please, age fraud does not in any way help our socio-economic development. So rather, let's ensure that people have access to opportunities as early as possible so that they can contribute their quota to their society. This is where I will draw the curtain. I need not to speak chow because tomorrow we are here again. As a certain politician said, if I say everything today, what will I say tomorrow? I wish tomorrow you will come here. It will not come and lament about the bad things, but come here and talk about the successes we are achieving as a nation. Be a good citizen. Be a patriot. Watch Blakk Empire TV. Follow us, comment, share, like, and let's build a big media empire that will tell the true African story. A very big thank you to Tap Send for giving us the support. We appreciate every bit of it. If you need to send money, use Tap Send. It's the most affordable and the most convenient way you can send money to anywhere in the world. With the promo code BLAKKRASTA, Blakk RASTA. That is the promo code you have to use on the Tap Send app for amazing rates. My name is Lord Thunder. You have some comments to read, we put them there and we read them. If the comments are not there, maybe you come back to them later and respond to them on the comment section. Apostle Kwame Edu, so revealing, much respect. Big brother Kwame Edu, God bless you. Abner, greetings, big bro, more fire. Sumda Olivier, you are fast learning from Blakk RASTA. Please keep it up. All right. Okay. I want to say a very big thank you to the production team. God bless you all for the kind of effort you put in every day to ensure that our viewers are served the best on TV. This has been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonimu. See you tomorrow for another fantastic edition. Bless.
Power